Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what did I ask you to do? So, what did I ask you to do last night? Okay, I'm hearing a lot of somebody raise your hand. Someone want to tell me what were you supposed to do last night? Continue what? Do a report. Read the poems. Okay. Which poem? Oh, I asked you to look at Ode to Grecian Urn if you could, or at least read about it or something, didn't I? Did anybody find anything? I see something over here. What do you guys have?
I have a PowerPoint about this.
Okay. Did you understand any of it? Have you even looked at it?
I just used it.
Okay. Did anyone else find anything out about Ode to Grecian Urn? No? Let's look it up. Oh, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, please take a look. Here, I haven't linked this, so don't worry, you can only see it up here. Ode on the Grecian Urn by John Keats, okay? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stanzas. Okay? I'm going to read it, but know that when I'm reading this, I'm not reading it in the true cadence or manner that it's meant to be read. Okay? And I'm probably mispronouncing a few words. This is not a practiced reading. Okay, this is just for you. Thou still unravished bride of quietness, thou foster child of silence and slow time, Sylvian historian who canst thus express a flowery tale more sweetly than our rhyme. What leaf-fringed legend haunts about thy shape, of deities or mortals, or of both, intent or in dales of Arcady? What men or gods are these? What maidens loth? What mad pursuit? What struggle to escape? What pipes and timbrels? What wild ecstasy? For melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. Therefore ye soft pipes play on, not to the sensual ear, but more to the endeared. Pipe to the spirit deities of no tone. Fair youth beneath the trees thou canst not leave, thy song nor ever can those trees be bare. Bold lover, never, never canst thou kiss, though winning near the goal yet, do not grieve. She cannot fade, though thou hast not thy bliss. Forever wilt thou love, and she be fair. Ah, happy, happy boughs that cannot shed your leaves, nor ever bid the spring adieu, and happy melodists unweary, forever piping songs forever new. More happy love, more happy, happy love, forever warm and still to be enjoyed, for every panting and forever young, all breathing human passion far above, that leaves a heart high sorrowful and cloyed, a burning forehead and a parching tongue. This is at the end. Who are these coming to the sacrifice? To what green altar, O mysterious priest? Leadst thou that a heifer lowing at the skies, and all her silken flanks with garlands dressed? What little town by river or seashore, or mountain built with peaceful citadel, is empty of this folk, this pious morn, and little town thy streets forevermore? Will silent be, and not a soul to tell, why thou art desolate, can e'er return? And then the final one says, O Attic shape, fair attitude with breed, of marble men and maidens overwrought, with forest branches and the trodden weed, thou silent form dost tease us out of thought, as does eternity, cold pastoral. When old age shall this generation waste, thou shalt remain in midst of other woe than ours, a friend to man, to whom thou sayest, beauty is truth, truth beauty, that is all you need, that is all you know on earth and all you need to know. you understand any of that. I doubt it. You probably understood some words, right? A few phrases, right? Okay. This is the poem that she's writing about, though. And this poem is legendary. I'm not joking. I know you're making me kind of but it's legendary. I mean, this is like one of those poems. When I typed in the search engine, I just put ode and then I put on. And once I put on, the first one that popped up is ode on a Grecian urn. It's the first thing that popped up because that's what everyone will be searching for if they type that in. That's the majority of searches will be for that. All right. The final line is the thing that basically everyone remembers. Beauty is truth, truth beauty. That is all you need. That is all you know on earth and all you need to know. Okay, and this is what Emily Dickinson is writing about. And I can't go through all of this. I could go through all of this. It would take us a few classes. But basically, this whole thing goes down to like it's looking at an urn and the story that's on the urn. And the urn is a vase. And it's all about this amazing story going on and everything, and all the beauty in it, and all the different things that are happening. And it comes down to basically all of this stuff, meaning just this. Truth is beauty, and beauty is truth. And the way the author does it has just really struck so many people. And Emily Dickinson gets there, but let's look again. What is it, 449, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you notice the language that's used and it's just really intricate rhyme and rhythm and different things going on here. There's all kinds of just wordplay and it's a beautiful, beautiful poem. But Emily Dickinson doesn't write like this. She writes simple. Okay, so she writes simply. She wrote 3 stanzas, and again we'll read it. Okay, so I'll read it right now again. 449. I died for beauty, but was scarce adjusted in the tomb, when one who died for truth was lain in an adjoining room. He questioned softly why I failed. For beauty, I replied, and I for truth. Themselves are one, we brethren are, he said. And so as kinsmen met at night, we talked between the rooms, until the moss had reached our lips and covered up our names. All right. Now, have I asked you to look for sources for this yet? To look for different opinions about this? Okay, what I'm going to ask you to do is, first of all, before we do that, let's do this. I died for beauty, but was scarce adjusted in the tomb. What does that mean? Basically, what does it mean? Who's I? Emily Dickinson? Can't be, because she's not dead at this point. She's still writing at this point, okay? So it's the voice of the poem, okay? So somebody here says, I died for beauty. Okay, that's one of the 2 truth and beauty deals here, okay? So I died for beauty, but was scarce adjusted in the tomb. Scarce means not really, not just barely. I was just barely adjusted in the tomb. You know what a tomb is?
Yeah.
What?
Place
Place where you bury people. Some tombs are like little buildings almost. Okay, some tombs are underground. Some tombs are just basically where you bury someone, you put them under the ground. Okay. And it says, I died for beauty, but was scarce adjusted in the tomb. Okay, so I died for beauty, but I was barely put into the tomb. Adjusted meaning like put into place or whatever it was, whatever deal with this tomb is. I was barely put in there. When one who died for truth was laid in an adjoining room. So not next to. What does adjoining mean?
Next.
It means next to, okay? But it's not in the same room next to. An adjoining room, a different room. Yeah, adjacent. Same thing, yeah. It's adjacent or adjoining, okay? So it was next to. Okay, but it wasn't the same room. So the graves aren't put together. All right. Okay. The one that was put in the adjoining room, what did he say?
Why I failed.
Yeah, he questioned softly. Why I failed? He asked me, why did you fail? What does that mean? To me, at first, I think the appropriate question would be, why are you dead? You know, that's something like that. But in this case, it's, why did you fail? This is an important line to a lot of people who've analyzed this. because it does seem a little weird. What? Failed. So if you died for truth or beauty, you have failed truth or beauty? Does that make sense? Have you failed truth or beauty because you died? You didn't stay alive? We'll get into this more a little later, okay? And this is why I failed. For beauty, I replied, and I for truth, the other one says. Themselves are one. Why are they one? Because of the poem. Beauty is truth, truth, beauty. Okay? Themselves are one, truth and beauty. Okay? We brethren are, he said. We're brothers. We're brothers. We're brethren. We're brethren. Okay? You die for truth, I die for beauty. You die for beauty, I die for truth. It's the same thing. Okay? We're brothers. And so, as kinsmen, as family, people of the same clan, met for one night, we talked between the rooms. Until, and this is the strange part, until the moss had reached our lips and covered up our names. Until the moss had reached our lips and covered up our names. So we talked. Now a night time for a dead person might be an eternity. Okay, they talk. Do dead people really talk to each other? No. Not that we know of, right? Okay. In poetry, though, two bodies adjoining each other, one died for truth, one died for beauty, might have something to talk about for a while. Could it be they're not really talking? Maybe it's the words that are written on the tomb. Maybe one tomb has a whole thing about beauty and the other one has a whole thing about truth. And they're looking at each other, they're facing one another. And it's the words that are coming up on the two things that is basically the conversation about how great beauty is and how great truth is. Maybe I'm just making this up. I'm just kind of like plucking at things, thinking of what it could be, okay? What does it mean, though, that we talked until our lips, and moss had reached our lips and covered up our names? What is moss? What does it look like? It's not really a plant. I think it's like a fungus or an algae, right? And it's like it grows on the sides of trees and walls and stuff like that where it's moist, right? And it also avoids the sun, I think, also, right? You can learn things from looking at moss, right? But yeah, you've seen graves. Have you ever seen a gravestone? Or a tomb or anything like that, or anything, And a lot of times if they're not kept up that well, or even if they are kept up, some people think they're beautiful, the moss will grow onto the stone. Right? It's just, she's saying, and at that time where she lived, there would have been moss everywhere, and there would have been funeral plots or little places where they put their dead people. Matter of fact, when she died, she was buried with her family in their little tomb. Okay? And there probably would have been moss that eventually covered up whatever was written about them. I don't know about in China, but in America at least, and I guess certain parts of Britain, when you die, they give you a little tombstone, they put a little something, write a little something about you. If you're put in the ground. Now, if you're in a tomb, you get a whole bunch of stuff written about you. You got plenty of space for them to write about you, okay? But at least you get a tombstone, and it'll say something like, here lies Ingemar Walter Dahlberg. Teacher and educator for I don't know how many years. He is survived by his two loving sons, or something like that. He lived for this, or something that, is something about me. Okay? And then, born February 27th, 1968, died, whatever, we don't want to know right now. Alright? But it would have a little something about me. Okay? So if beauty died, it would have a little something about beauty written on there. And if truth died, it would have a little something about truth written on it. And maybe that's what's looking at each other. And they can talk until the moss covers them up. Their lips are their words, maybe. And when it finally covers up, the top part will be where your name is. Okay? So when it finally gets to the top, they can't talk to each other any longer. And actually, they can't talk to us either. Alright. What I want you to do now, though, that's just one quick interpretation, and that's just one where I've kind of put things together. I want you to go on the web, and I want you to look for any interpretations you can find. And you're going to find different ones. There's many different people believe many different things about this, okay? And some people believe that it's straightforward. Some people believe it's a criticism of this poem. Some people believe it's more of Emily Dickinson's take on this poem, like an American version of what this guy's saying. Okay? I want you to find all those. Some people think it's a criticism of death. Some people think it's something about nature being all powerful, more powerful than the virtues. You find those. So I'm going to give you 15 minutes to 20 minutes. What do you want, 15 or 20? What do you need? 20. You need 20? Can I give you 20 minutes? I'm going to be looking around, so you better be working. And I want to see you finding different opinions. At least find one opinion and then read it. Something that you kind of agree with, or at least if you don't agree with, it's interesting. Okay? Because afterwards, I'm going to ask you, we're going to discuss in class, and I'm going to ask you, what did you guys find? What did you guys find, okay? And you don't have to work as a group. You can do individually, but I'm expecting each table to give me at least one opinion that someone else wrote, okay? And you should find some short ones. This is not a long poem, so you should find analysis. I would look like poem 449, Dickinson analysis. And you should find some different things. Don't just pick the first one or the second one or the third one. Look around, because everyone else is looking, so you don't want to pick the same one as everyone else. All right, so I'll give you 15 minutes and then we'll start back up.